And we welcome you live to This is Wrestling on a Tuesday night. Lever Sage, Zach McGibbon with you. Oh, there is a lot to talk about. Zach McGibbon, how are you? Nice to see you. It's been minutes.
I was going to say, long time no see, Lee. I'm doing good. Not much has changed since the last time we spoke. In fact, I've not moved from this spot since the last time we spoke. Now, I'm not going to say anything else because for the This Is Wrestling listeners, they could assume that I've been sitting in this very spot for a week. Or I could pull back the curtain, but I'm not going to do that, Lee. I'm going to stick with kayfabe here and say I haven't seen you in forever since the last episode.
The kayfabe is my love language t-shirt. I feel like I want that one. I saw that one on Amazon the other day.
Yes.
Like, if anybody else came up to me and said, kayfabe is my love language, what about you? I'm like, we need to be together.
That sounds like a shoot, brother.
It is.
That sounds what it's like to me.
So we got a lot to talk about. And I didn't anticipate coming on here on a Tuesday night with the fact that we have a world title match tomorrow night on AEW, MJF against Kenny Omega, and Kenny Omega can never challenge for it again if he loses. But that's not why we're here right now. We're here. Why, Zach? Why are we here? Because CM Punk wins the WWE Championship last night, ending the 9-day reign of Sami Zayn. Oh, boy. We have a lot to talk about.
But do we ever? I was going to say, how long did it take for you to find the Sami Zayn wins the WWE Championship graphic and make some edits to it for the live stream?
Yeah, Rich, who is with us on the last show as well, definitely pausing the Great Khali interview for this.
Yes, I saw CBB announced old Khali.
Yeah, although I'm sure it'll be interesting. I can't wait to hear how frustrated you guys are. Well, that's a lot.
A lot of pressure.
No, not really, because I'm fired up. MVB says, will Sammy invoke the name of Jack Tunney when listing his grievances about defending his title on Raw and losing to Pepsi Phil? We're going to call him Part-Time Phil.
Ooh. PTP.
PTP. Part-Time Phil. Nine days. That's right. 9 days, Rich. So, Zach, I have to tell you, I was asked by a number of people, like more than two. Okay. Are you going to do a live show during WWE Raw last night? And I'm like, am I going to watch WWE Raw? Like, am I going to watch Monday Night Raw? Is that what you're asking me? No, are you going to do a show on it? Like, the title could change hands. Cody's going to win the title. I'm like, I don't think so. But what happened is I was tired enough and my brain wasn't working enough to go, yeah, I'm going to sit down and turn on Monday Night Raw and watch from beginning to end. Zach, I haven't done that in a long time.
I was going to say, do you feel rewarded? Do you feel like, did you sit back and go, man, Paul Levesque, what a booker. Like, this guy knows how to put together a television show.
All right. So they do the angle at the beginning and Cody Rhodes is out. And I thought they made Adam Pearce look really good. Just being on the phone, leaving voicemails to people as Nick Aldis is going to come in and secure the talent for the main event.
By the way, are you excited for the potential of a Gunter versus Nick Aldis match coming up? Because they're like, we need an opponent for Gunter because we've kind of committed to this at this point. Who's somebody new? Nick Aldis. You've wrestled before, right?
I actually don't hate it.
It's just funny how it's gotten to that point where it's like
Nick Aldis is.
Aldis, we need you to take off that suit and put on the tights and get out there.
See, Rich says, "Oh my God, I can't wait for Aldous Gunther. I need me some Aldous." Yeah, like I'm not.
It would be somebody new, that's for sure.
And as Rich said, just for a new angle and to see what he can still do.
Yep.
Like, who do you want to see Gunther against? Would be the question. Like, Nick Aldis isn't first on my list, but it's not awful either.
Yep.
All right. So they do the angle, and now it's, Sami Zayn's going to have to defend the title against a mystery opponent. It's a mystery, Zach, at the Allstate Arena in Chicago. Who could it possibly be? I would have loved for them to bring anybody else out other than CM Punk, with the crowd chanting CM Punk's name all night long. I thought that would be just great television.
If we were back in the Attitude Era, it could have been Gilbert coming out first. And you have the guy holding the sparklers over top of Gilbert, and Dwayne Gill's like, yeah, right? It's like, that's what it probably could have been. And then you could have had Punk come out.
So CM Punk comes out and he beats Sami Zayn for the title. And we are going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about how bad the rest of Raw was. And for people telling me that this was a good show, no, you're not getting this one by me today. You're not,
say maybe person in this case, but
yeah, but you're not getting this one by me because I watched from beginning to end. I watched through the commercials. I watched through the Netflix theme, I call it, when they're just showing all the wrestlers.
It's a slow motion of them doing the entrances and
oh. But we need to talk about the main event first because CM Punk is your new champion. Sami Zayn had the belt for 9 days. I'm very, very, very sure that he's never going to get it back. But I'm sad about this. And I can tell you that last night, Zach, for the little bit of like CM Punk has worn down from being one of those guys that when he comes out on television, I absolutely have to see. And one of my favorite wrestlers previously to, I don't feel that way when he comes out on TV anymore, but he's still one of the better guys in there if I happen to be watching, as opposed to some of the other goofs that we'll talk about a little bit later. But now coming out, losing after WrestleMania, and I don't know what happened behind the scenes. I don't know. It sounds like there's a power struggle and people are not happy. I don't really care. I just know that CM Punk came out on television that night after WrestleMania and said he's not going home for the summer. And you're going to see him all summer long. And then we have not seen him until last night in Chicago, 3 months. And he comes back. And of course, he takes away Sami Zayn's 9-day run. Were they really going to run into SummerSlam with Sami Zayn? Like, I think all of us thought Cody was going to beat him, and they switched it up a little bit, but it's still Cody and Punk.
Yeah.
That's going to happen. But the little bit of interest that I had in CM Punk left last night. It exited my body. And maybe it's because I like Sami Zayn. Maybe because I think Sami Zayn got a Raw deal and they told him, do all the pictures, do all the videos, push it on a swing like it's your kid, eat breakfast with the title, do all these things because you're only going to have it for 9 days.
Yeah. By the way, he's a heel. He's a heel, by the way. Like, that's his whole point. Like, he's a heel. I'm looking at these social media videos like, this is nice, but also I'm supposed to be booing him right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I get it. I'm not trying to discredit, but I'm also just like, it's one of the critiques I have with a lot of this stuff where it's like, it'd be one thing if this was part of the underdog Sami Zayn, like we've grown accustomed to, but he's a heel right now. He doesn't like the fans. So of course they booked him into a thing where it's like, the fans are happy he won. Somebody, all I ask, Lee, I don't ask for much in my pro wrestling. I just wanted to make a little bit of sense. I know it's pro wrestling. I know that's what people will respond back. It's got to be a little, but I'm the crazy one for wanting a little bit of logic. But sorry, I interrupted you because as you were explaining, because yes, the videos were great. Him on the swing and like pushing his kid and then pushing the title or being in the car. And I'm looking at this like, man, what a heel I could really boo right now. Just all these things that Sami Zayn is doing. But yes, I apologize. I cut you off.
No, like you know what? I appreciate that because I've never cut you off, which
it's always gone smoothly. I've always been able to get it across.
Never done it. So to be able to watch this and just know how this is all going to play out and watch Punk come in with the garage opening and he comes in.
Great shape.
He did look good.
Yep. He's been eating his chicken breast and drinking his protein powder, protein shakes, I should say.
But at the end of the match, I was just like, of course they did this. And I turned it off and I went to bed. It did not give me a good feeling afterwards. And it certainly has riled up some people in the IWC, the internet wrestling community, that said, Part-Time Phil's back. Part-Time Phil, who said that was the biggest thing in wrestling before. When part-time guys would come in and steal the full-time guys, like their pop and their titles and their like everything about them, they just come in and they ruin wrestling. And that's what CM Punk was against.
Yep.
And CM Punk did that not just to another guy to me, but to like a guy who absolutely deserved to have a little bit of recognition after 24 years in the business. You can tell me all you want that he doesn't attract, but I know that the social media views when he won the title were like sky high.
Yep.
Massive, massive numbers that Sami Zayn did when he won the title in Saudi Arabia. So I felt like crap afterwards. And I don't even like, for all the guys I don't like in the WWE, with LA Knight being at the probably very top. And there's a big list of guys, Zach, that I'm like, I just cannot stand you. Like, not in a, you are getting my heat. Like, it's go home heat.
Yeah.
Like, go away heat.
Like turning off the television once you show up on the screen. Yes.
But CM Punk's not really one of those guys. But to me, I just don't think that he should have been okay with what happened last night. And it's not that they put the title back on CM Punk, because I get that Punk's a bigger draw than Sami Zayn and they want to go in a direction for SummerSlam. But the way that it all happened, I have to ask you, is he the biggest hypocrite in wrestling now?
I would say so. I think I've been saying that before all this stuff. You just look back at some of the things he said. I know some people that have dealt with Punk that would feel that same sentiment. I think he's one of those guys that as time goes on and as you start to look back at what he said, whether it be his rise in the early 2010s or in the WWE, I should say, and getting to that championship opportunity and then leaving wrestling and then coming back to AEW and then all the stuff that happened there. And I think you look at it all and it's like he says one thing and then acts another way, and then he's a hypocrite. We've called him out on this show for a lot of that stuff, and this is coming from two guys I would say that, like, especially I will speak for me in this case, like CM Punk was one of the first wrestlers I ever saw getting into pro wrestling. I remember tuning into the Score on a replay and watching the middle of the pipe bomb promo. I missed the Cole Cabana stuff. I remember in the middle being like, oh, this guy's really taking this seriously. And then going on to Google online and being like, oh, there's a lot of talk about, his contract's legitimately expiring. What are they going to do? And then saying, oh, this is kind of interesting. This is kind of blending in real life. And then now I'm here at 9:12 p.m. on a Tuesday talking pro wrestling with you in 2026. Like, that's how much it's impacted me and how much he has had an influence. But I can also look through without having those rose tinted glasses on and know that he has been inconsistent a lot in what he said. And if you want to talk about something that he's done before and it's kind of diminishing returns, Lee, you're not going to believe this, but
No.
he had some sort of issue behind the scenes with the WWE. Like that.
What?
I know he had some sort of issues and he's off of TV and no one really knows when he's going to come back. But Lee just so happens to be a television show coming to Chicago. And he's been gone for a couple of months. And my God, he's going to return on that Chicago show to a big pop and something big's going to happen. It's the same strategy that he did for Collision when he had that famous promo, I would say, of talking about counterfeit bucks and being the real genuine article in a world of counterfeit bucks. That I know he was like scribbling on his notebooks like, I really got him with this line.
Yep.
You know, I really got him. So, and then you see this all happen here with Sami Zayn. I think it's just the perfect combination of the wrestler and Sami Zayn, what's happened with Punk, everything going on with WWE right now in general when it comes to overall booking. I mean, last week we just talked about Obafemi, who went through a King of the Ring tournament to get a title shot at SummerSlam, willingly giving up that title shot because he wanted to face off against Brock Lesnar. And it has been pointed out to me since that episode how stupid that was. Because Lee, you know, it's one of the shows that's going to be coming up for WWE. Saturday night's main event. If he really wanted a Brock match, he could have kept the title shot for SummerSlam. Said, Brock, I lay the cards down here. Let's have our Hell in a Cell match at Saturday night's main event. Because God knows, you look at this card right now, Danhausen being the selling feature is not the thing that's going to get me buying. But you know what would get me to buy an Obafemi Brock Lesnar blow-off match on that Saturday night's main event card? But I digress. That's a whole different thing. So right now, it is a whole confluence of things coming together that has led to this moment now with CM Punk returning, going back on the ideals that he had preached for so long, and being the guy that was off of TV for a few months and comes in and takes the title away from the wrestler that people love that's on the up and up, unless you're Ethan Fink.
I love calling him out.
Yes.
So I enjoyed reading different people's opinions on this because I wanted to know from all perspectives what was possible. My favorite article that I read was from Bleacher Report that WWE, like the title of it, WWE blows it with CM Punk's win versus Sami Zayn, and they go on in really good detail to say that they burned two massive storylines with the shocking win.
Yep. Who was the writer on that story? Do you know?
Kevin Berge.
Okay. I thought there's another guy there that also does some good articles that I was going to give a shout out to. Graham Matthews is another guy that does some good stuff for them. So,
but like MVB saying, I was hoping for KO to show up. And by the way, Kevin Owens has tweeted this morning a picture of the boogeyman with a clock.
He's coming to get you.
That he is coming back.
Yep. Is he going to come back with worms in his mouth like the boogeyman? Or
I hope not.
Okay, good.
I thought that a practicing Muslim winning in a Muslim country would have a longer run as undisputed champ. Was totally thinking that would be the Hitman 2.0, a heel in the U.S. and a face elsewhere.
Well, Marcus, I really like that idea. It's not a bad idea at all. In fact, I really like that idea. The problem is that has forethought and deeper thinking. And what we've learned with Paul Levesque is that he's kind of making it up as he goes. So while I really like that idea, it's something cool that you could do and you could play off of that relationship with Saudi Arabia, words I just said out of my mouth, and you can utilize that. But, you know, I'm trying my best not to do the Paul Levesque thing because he told me not to take it so seriously. So I'm trying to abide by those rules.
But why couldn't, like, you know why I desperately watched until the end last night was because beyond, and I knew it wasn't going to happen, but I'm like, somebody please just interject here and have Cody Rhodes come back out and be so pissed that he lost his opportunity that he just wrecks the match. People in Chicago are pissed, fine. but then Punk and Cody have a full storyline going into SummerSlam without the title. And you can do other things with Sammy.
Yep.
Like literally Sammy and Gunther, like Sammy beat Gunther at WrestleMania and Gunther's in the title picture. You could do something there. As MVB, he emailed me earlier, I believe, or even last night. I thought Drew McIntyre would come in and screw Punk. Would have been awesome.
Big return, get a name guy out there for SummerSlam as well and rekindle that feud.
And even have like some Drew, Sammy being a team or at least on the same page, on the same side. That's better TV for me.
Yep.
On things that they can do. But I'm just hoping for anything to like put Punk in the feud at SummerSlam without the title having to be there. No, we couldn't do it.
Would you have accepted, and you know how much I love this kind of match stipulation, but would you have accepted a 3-way match between Punk, Cody, Sammy at SummerSlam?
Yes. Because with that the whole way that Sammy won the title in the 3-way, he's pissed that he has to face 2 more guys. He's mad about everything, but that's where he won the title, and you couldn't put it past Sammy to get out of that again by winning that. Yes, because it gives him a legitimate shot. And I like Sammy. I wanted him as a part of like the title and the main event and all that stuff. But that to me's got way more intrigue. How are you going to sell me Cody Rhodes now? Because he beat Jey Uso in a match, he deserves the title? And he got beat up by Gunther, so now Gunther is just going to be not wrestling for the title, and Cody Rhodes is going to be inserted into a match against CM Punk because they're 2 big names?
And if you wanted to do a CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes match, but obviously the Sami Zayn stuff's doing it, you can push that match even further back if you want to. Because on paper, just taking storyline out, just on paper, in terms of big matches that they could still do, CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes is absolutely a big match that they could still do that would drive some interest in my mind.
Yep.
And if you wanted to, you're saying, okay, you get this. You got Sami Zayn, who people are starting to latch onto, again, a heel, but I will let this one slide in the case that sometimes people get hot, people get over, and you have to make adjustments. But that's also the big a problem with WWE, and not just WWE, but a lot of companies right now. There's this fear of pivoting right now. They seem very like, no, we're locked into this, we're committed to this. Fans aren't supposed to buy into this just yet. We want to finish out this storyline. And hey, if the guy's still over and we don't have anything else going on, then we'll pivot back to this.
Yeah.
There's this hesitancy to pivot right now. I've noticed this with WWE especially. It feels like they just seem locked in on a plan, which sometimes can be a good thing. Sometimes with certain talents, they get hot for a brief bit, but they're not a talent that can reliably sustain.
Right.
But I think Sami Zayn's one of those guys that can absolutely reliably sustain. Hell, he's been somebody that's been in the mix for years that everybody has been saying, hey, why isn't he in the title picture more? Why isn't he somebody that's getting a bigger push? This is not a Damian Sandow situation, right? So, or a Fandango, right? Like a more modern one, Jey Uso, in my mind, is one of those.
I thought you were going to go Otis.
Otis is a great one. I wasn't thinking about Otis. I remember I saw one wrestling pundits call him the modern day Dusty Rhodes. And I think I wanted to quit wrestling podcasting at that point when I read that. So
I think Rich is saying Jade Cargill here.
Yeah.
But I like Marcus's. I think we need Bully Ray to take over the WWE book from China's X.
Well, look, in my mind, that's like, how much worse can we get from Paul Levesque? And then I realized Vince McMahon's still out there, so maybe it can get worse. But I mean, look, why not? I am not a Bully Ray Booker believer. I saw him book in Ring of Honor, and I saw what happened there, and I'm like, no, I'm good on Bully Ray's ideas. Honestly, I just want some new names. Why do we like Bully Ray, Tommy Dreamer, Road Dogg, Jesse James? Can there be somebody new, please? Somebody.
Well, and I think that's why we love a lot of the wrestlers, but Tony Khan hasn't been perfect.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a new booker that came in.
Yep.
To book a show.
But and also we talked about this a few weeks ago when it comes to bookers in pro wrestling. He's still kind of the newer, fresher booker of everybody, but he's been there for 7 years now.
Yeah.
It's a long time for a booker in these days. And like Gato is still there in Japan, and he's long overdue in terms of a new creative vision in New Japan. But the big thing is like there doesn't seem to be anybody that's on the up and up that they're grooming into that creative role.
Agreed.
Especially WWE. So like I'd be all for some new ideas. I just the problem is it's like these are the same names that have been in the rotation multiple times, and it's like, man, these guys all have the same ideas at the end of the day. And so it's like I'm just gonna get a Tommy Dreamer version for an example, and TNA just 2026 version of Tommy Dreamer, which somehow got worse as the shows went on. You know, like there's got to be somebody. Like I've been screaming for AEW to put in the like. It also has to go back to, are those guys willing to be in that spot, because it's not an easy role. You have to adhere to a lot of people, and you've got to try and be creative, and it can be very stressful. But you know, tell me a Chris Hero couldn't be a great booker. Tell me a Bryan Danielson couldn't be a great booker.
Yeah, if they were given the reins. It's the one thing that Triple H always has in his back pocket now is that he has to answer to TKO.
Yep.
And he can never really be blamed.
Yep. And you know why I always joke on those PLEs how Triple H always positions himself as the creative force, and he has these giant montages and his literal spotlight shining down on him, telling him how great he is. The reason why he's doing that is he's trying to position himself as irreplaceable. He's like, guys, look, all of what you're seeing here when it comes to the success, that's me. Because it's also a survival of the fittest. I'm going to try and keep my spot sort of deal. And I have the power to book myself into this so I can keep that spot. Because if you saw what happened at WrestleMania, the way that it was being discussed and the way that Nick Khan was trying to do damage control afterwards, if he didn't position himself that way, we're not probably talking about Paul Levesque being the booker right now. So that's why I also joke now that, and it also makes me insanely mad, and it leads to multiple rants about how the humble, Triple H, he's so humble, he has a spotlight and a video montage to him, and him looking at his past self.
I think you mentioned that already, but okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I just wanted to reemphasize that. But that's at the end of the day, there's got to be some new people getting involved. So I mean, and new names too. Just like you're talking about, Drew McIntyre, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn, all these guys. You know what the common thread with all those guys are? They're all over the age of 40.
Oh.
There was an article I read the other day, and they did an analysis of there has been no person born in the 1990s that has been WWE champion. Think about that. Nobody born in the 1990s has been WWE champion. So nobody that's currently 27, 28, 29. Remember the mid 2000s when it's like Cena was like 28 and Orton was 24. Like they were trying to push. Brock was in his 20s at that point. The only older guy that they were pushing, but he was still new TV age wise, was Batista. And he was like 34, 35. He was just around that.
That's crazy.
Right? And now where are we at? We've got Obafemi, who's 28. Supposedly, there's some dubiousness about that. He might be actually 34. We don't know, but let's say he's 28 for the sake of this example. All right. He's 28. And Braun Breaker's 28. They got two guys, and don't even get me started on the booking of Braun Breaker right now.
Yeah.
I mean, They Seth Rollins, again, another guy, I think he might be not be 40, he might be 39, but
is he only 39 right now?
He might be, if he's not, he's either in his late 30s or he's in his early 40s. He's 40. So you got another guy that's 40.
Wow.
So when you really look at this main event picture, it's like the fact that they feel reliant on having to go back to the well with these guys. It's just, even Sami Zayn to an extent. It's just crazy to me. Anyway.
I didn't know about this age discrepancy with Obafemi.
Yeah, there's a post. Obafemi's mom replied to a comment saying, "Oh, the young Obafemi at the time was like 25 or something." And then there's an account claiming to be Obafemi's mom saying he's not 25, he's 31 or whatever. And people were kind of like shushing it down, and they were saying, "Oh, maybe that might be legitimately his mom." Sort of deal. It was kind of a thing in the circles, but for the sake of this, he's 28. Okay. For the sake of this, there is a little bit of some questions on if he truly is 28 years old.
And not to get too off topic with him, but he was probably the best part about Monday Night Raw last night again. And yes, all he did was get in the ring and do a verbal promo with Paul Heyman.
He's a good promo.
He's a good promo.
Yeah.
Like, I'm watching him going, this guy's hanging and like really succeeding in the ring with Paul Heyman. He's a good promo. They got a lot of things going right with him.
Yeah. By the way, just to put a little bow on the age thing with Obafemi. So yeah, apparently there was a post and his mom, they saying he was 22. His mom's like, no, he's 25, 26. So that's where people are kind of like, he might not be 28. So still 31 if that's still enough to work with.
So I'm going to read you something. I'm just going to like say the word so we don't have to watch the promo. But he says, I have a question. Come with me. I have a question. How is after 24 years of crawling and inching for every little inch to get the WWE Championship, I finally get it 9 days after I get it? That piece of blank can walk back in here after not being here for months and waltz right in and get it. A chance that bleepity bleep has no business. Sami Zayn after losing to CM Punk. I guess the question is, do they do anything with that? They want to come across as very real and the authentic Sami Zayn being pissed that part-time Phil has come back and won the title, but they clearly wanted people to see it.
Yep.
Are they going to do anything with it?
That's a great question, Lee.
Because they really wanted people to see it. Like, they don't film that stuff.
Yep.
And send it out for people to like, oh, here's his honest to goodness, like wholehearted reaction. And then we're just wanting to see his reaction. They don't do that.
Not often.
So are they going to use this? I'm not sure they are. Is it to make Sami Zayn feel better that he's still going to be relevant for the next little while? I don't know.
I really hate to hammer down this point, Lee, but is it just so to incorporate his heel character where he feels like he's been screwed out of the title, but in a heel way, and he use it for his heelish stuff? Because for all we were saying, Punk is over in Chicago, and they got the reaction they were looking for Punk in Chicago. So,
but is this all we're doing now? Look, and I'm all for it. We're going to Montreal. Is Kenny Omega gonna win the title tomorrow night? Is he gonna somehow get screwed out of it? Is he gonna get another shot in Montreal? Is Kenny Omega gonna win the title in Montreal? Is Will Ospreay does look like he's going to win the title at Wembley? But is this all we're doing? Like, Sami Zayn's just going to win the title in Saudi Arabia because we can get a massive pop, and then we're going to put the belt on, part-time Phil because he's from Chicago, if you didn't know. And we have a show in Chicago, so we're going to put the belt on him in Chicago to get a pop. And then even AEW is going to do this with everybody winning in their hometown all the time. It used to be, right? Vince would never let you win in your hometown.
Yeah.
You would always lose.
Yep.
But is this what we're doing now with everybody? Like everyone's just going to win in their hometown and that's it? And I don't want to take away from, because I think having Will Ospreay win at Wembley is the right plan.
Yep.
But it just seems very, we're just going to make everybody win in their hometown and everyone's going to be happy. Doesn't it seem like that? Like, not that Sammy's hometown is Riyadh, but he's
beautiful Riyadh.
He's very clearly like took his, history seriously, and with what he means over in Saudi Arabia, they had him win to get a pop. And that's it.
Yep.
Just feels like everybody's doing this now.
Yep. God, I just all of this, tonight is Dark Side of the Ring, and then later on this month it's the Netflix WWE Unreal show. And as you're kind of explaining this, how they're trying to like see the vision on this stuff and the forward thinking, I'm just
vision. We haven't even got to the vision yet, Zach.
Right. See, there you go. I know how to get these transitions.
I know you do.
But these with Unreal, like I can't wait to sit back and just hear how they explain a lot of this stuff when it gets released upwards to WrestleMania. Just like, because at the end of the day, this all just feels like, this could be a great moment here if we do it right here, right now. Oh, a great moment for Sami Zayn to win the title in Saudi, beautiful Riyadh, and have him win the championship, right? And then later on, Punk is coming back. What a great opportunity to have him win in Chicago. All the same colors of the Chicago flag that you have never seen before. You've never seen this happen with CM Punk before, not even in WWE. You have never seen this before. So, it's there's going to be a lot of that. Like, you got, up to a lesser extent, Chad Gable's likely going to win the Intercontinental title at SummerSlam because it's in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So that's kind of their thing right now. It's like, we're here. Let's give him the title. God, that's brilliant.
Okay, so let's get back to the vision. And I feel like if anybody ever just felt about the Street Profits that we felt about Sami Zayn, then we'd all be, because they have to be the most, we're just going to put the titles on you, but we just need to get a storyline over. So we're going to take them back off you in a week or two. We'll call you 5-time champs.
Yeah. Guys, don't worry though. You got a big program with Enzo and Cass coming up, and you are going to love it. Like that's how they're selling it, right? It's gonna make so much money. So just hold on. We're gonna take these belts off you for a bit, but we got this great program waiting for you afterwards. So,
here's what I don't understand, Zach.
Yeah,
and I know this might seem like a little thing, but. So the big storyline is that there's a bunch of pressure because Paul Heyman came and basically put the pressure on them if they don't win. And then they ended up winning because Maxine Dupree ends up getting into the ring and being the reason why the Vision, and she's part of the Vision, and she's with Austin Theory. Like, okay, I don't mind, pairing people up. But what I don't understand is for the last year on their own television, okay? Their own television. LFG. It's a show, Zach. And for the last couple of years, you know who's been a very, very prominent member of that show?
I know Bully Ray has been on that show.
Yeah, I know. But as one of the wrestlers?
Oh, has it been Maxine Dupree or?
Anthony Luke. I don't know if you know who Anthony Luke is. But Anthony
former
Luke,
Alouette,
former Montreal Alouette, Anthony Luke. But Anthony Luke has been heavily on their show. And to kind of get him over even a little bit more, they've had Maxine sit there and like cheer him on, and they're engaged, and like it's been Maxine and him the entire time. Right? To get him over a little bit more, to draw people in. Like, come look at this real wrestling couple who, by the way, Zach, got married this past year, did they not?
I think you are correct. Yeah, they are at least engaged. That's
No,
for sure.
I'm pretty sure they got married like
Yes.
months ago. But I will double check on this. But regardless of whether they're engaged or married or whatever, on television, yeah, yeah, they got married like on New Year's Eve this year. Okay,
There you go.
regardless of whether they were married or not, they've had them on TV as this real life couple for like 2 years, a year and a half to get their other programming going. And then they get married on New Year's Eve, literally 6 months ago. And you know what they said? You know what we got to do? We have pair up Maxine romantically with Austin Theory. What? Like, we know you've told us that she's married to the guy that's coming up on your programming, and now he's in NXT from LFG. She's been there for all his matches. They got married, Zach.
Yep.
And now she's kissing Austin Theory on television because they're hooked up. Do they think like people don't watch? I don't understand like the idea of pairing up Maxine with Austin Theory on a romantic level when you've shown us for a year and a half that she's with some other guy in your company. It doesn't make any sense to me because I'm watching it and I'm always there for a good like romantic angle, and she's turned bad and she's gone away from Otis and Tozawa and she's turned heel and she's now like the new part of the Vision. Okay, sure. But I know she's married to the guy that you've showed me for a year and a half. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, Lee, it's part of the 4 different stories that Paul Levesque knows how to tell. So Paul Levesque knows the bloodline story, and we're doing that again. Paul Levesque knows the how to keep LA Knight down to a certain level. Paul Levesque knows the love interest story because he saw what happened with Liv and Dom. You know, so like Liv and Dom,
again,
like you had the whole
other one.
Yep. And the 4th story that Paul Levesque really knows how to do is these stables, there's some inner fighting, but we're going to spread this out over a long time. And it's going to be each week. There's going to be the one segment is like, I don't think we should do that. What do you mean you shouldn't do that? It's like, wow, the depth that we're seeing in terms of the disagreement of this group. Like, it's going to bubble over anytime soon. Like, we saw this with the Vision. We've seen it with the Judgment Day. We've seen this. We saw it with the Bloodline. Like, we've seen this with multiple. So in the deck of cards, that's 4 cards long for Paul Levesque. He's pulled the, well, I'm going to get the love interest storyline going. Who are some guys? Like, I know how to book this. Well, I like Austin Theory a lot. Not so much so where he's like prominently featured, but I like him enough where I keep him on TV. And we've had Maxine Dupree on TV, and we kind of like her. We think she's got something. Well, we just put this together. It's like, no, can't be a manager. They gotta have a love interest thing. So awesome. You know how I feel about that, Lee. So I can't. Oh my God, I can't wait to see the romantic tension between Austin Theory and Maxine Dupree. And I'll be sitting there writing in my notes like, man, they have such good romantic chemistry. That's exactly what
Rich says the Dupree term was the biggest surprise pop for me.
It was certainly a surprise.
It wasn't that big of a surprise. They've been teasing, like she was kind of with Austin Theory, and then Austin Theory told her to get her crap together last week. And then, well, I guess she got her crap together, and now she's with him. Like, I guess.
Yeah.
And the Dom Liv one is terrible to me too. But at least they don't trot Dom's wife out on television
I agree.
for the last year and a half and then try to convince people that they're a power couple. Like, I don't love it, but if Dom's okay with it, Dom's wife's okay with it, Liv's okay with it, fine, because you never see Dominic Mysterio's wife on television, ever. So I'm way more okay with that than I am this one. And I wanted to be okay with this one.
Yep.
But you just brought up another name. Zach, I'm sort of at the boiling point now. And I'm going to try to calm myself down. I'm going to try to be as even keel as I can about this. I need LA Knight off my television screen, and I need it right now. First of all, I've never seen a guy literally just steal a gimmick and trot out there like it's his own doing. He speaks like Stone Cold. He has sayings like Stone Cold.
There's a little rock in there too.
Yeah, but it's all like last night was all Stone Cold Steve Austin. It literally was just, 25, 30 years later and in a different form of a human being. Same guy, same promo, same wording, same exaggeration.
Cadence. Yeah.
Yeah, like same everything. And there were some that I read that like Seth Rollins was, you could see how proud he was. He was finally coming into his own. I literally was watching it last night going, I don't know how Seth Rollins isn't laughing his ass off right now. Because for 5 minutes, LA Knight went on and on and on and on. And he didn't make one valid point. Not one. He basically said, like, you guys like you have got handed all the breaks, but guys like me haven't. Okay. And what else you got? Nothing.
Not convinced.
Zach, I need him off my television. And I saw so many people praising him all like this is a breakout promo from him. I'm like, I was bored to tears. It was like almost 8:30 and Seth Rollins been standing in the ring forever. Zach, the first half hour of the show was just incredibly bad. Seth Rollins comes out after the angle. I guess they had the angle to set up CM Punk coming back, which wasn't bad. But then Seth Rollins comes out and the crowd starts chanting CM Punk. So obligatory CM Punk, and he plays them for a little bit, blah, blah, blah. And then they start chanting OTC. Oh, okay, well, chant OTC, your obligatory stuff there. And he goes on. I'm like, oh my God, Seth is boring the hell out of me. Like, he's not even saying anything. And then LA Knight comes out to interrupt him. I'm like, why? And LA Knight's just fed up with him. Like, Seth Rollins is in a program with Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. And LA Knight comes out and is basically like, yeah, you don't deserve it, man. Okay, I still got it.
Yeah.
Still wrestling at SummerSlam. You're not.
Right.
What else you got? Nothing. And he just rambled on and on. And then Jimmy Uso comes out to attack LA Knight. Oh my God, Zach.
Get fired up.
No, I can't get fired up because later on in the show, poor Jackie Redmond is trying to catch up with Jimmy Uso. It looks like he's skedaddling because he's LA Knight's in big, hurry to try and catch him. And LA Knight comes around the corner. I'm like, oh, we're going to have a fight. Nope. Jacob Fatu is there and just sort of attacks LA Knight again. Leaves LA Knight laying again for the second time in the show. I'm like, what are we doing? What are we doing? It was so bad. And by the way, Sol Ruka just got the crap beat out of her, but then hit the soul snatcher after interference and won a match, if you can believe it.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Interference in a WWE match?
Yeah. It was so bad.
That's another thing I forgot to mention in Paul Levesque's deck of cards. So I had a fifth card to that, is that he loves when people run down to get involved in matches so that they could get their stories over. Yeah, because God forbid the wrestling match tells the story.
Well, they needed to get the Liv Morgan Io Sky story over in the women's Intercontinental title match with Raquel Rodriguez and Sol Ruka.
Of course.
Obviously.
I mean, you're sitting in that room looking at that whiteboard and be like, guys, there's got to be a way to like connect all of this. Like, how do we connect all of this? It's like 9:30 at night at Titan Towers or whatever. And like, they're just sitting there looking. It's like, how are we going to book this Raw and just connect it all together?
What if we had Liv and Roxanne come out and they'll just be around and they'll be causing havoc?
Yeah. Oh,
they're causing havoc. And then what we're going to do is we're going to play Io Sky's music, but she's not going to come out where the entrance is. She's going to come from somewhere else.
Yeah. They're just going to sit there and be like, guys, that's brilliant. How did you come up with this stuff?
And then she'll do all this stuff on the outside and Raquel will get distracted. And even though she's been winning the entire match, she's so distracted by all the things that are happening on the outside. Soul Snatcher over.
I could just see it now. Paul Levesque's leaning back in his chair.
My job is done here, boys.
Yeah, looking at that whiteboard, it's like, God, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. God, Chicago's gonna love this. I mean, they are just this is what we do for Chicago. This is what we do for Chicago, right? Like that's
why we do what we do.
He's just kicking back in his chair. His hands are on the back of his head. He's like, God, guys, this is great. Takes the tip off of the Sharpie and just comes up and is like, God, look at this. And just,
I'm telling you, the only good thing that happened on the show was Obafemi talking, which I can't believe I'm saying.
Right.
But it was good. It was interesting.
You mean to tell me the simple to the point promo building up the match was effective in getting over the match?
With only one guy of the match there.
What? Lee, you mean to tell me like not having 7 people run in during the promo or cut them off? And like, you know how that would be in a promo segment, right? They're talking and then it's like, hey, cut the music, cut the music, you know? So I was in the back and I heard you were talking about me. Well, let me tell you something. I don't like the words that you said. And
usually it's not even you're talking about me. Yeah. I've had to listen to you go on for weeks and I'm tired of it.
So later tonight, we're going to have ourselves a match.
Yeah. I can't listen. I was in the back last week, and now this week I can't take it anymore.
Yeah. And somebody in the creative room is like, guys, so we have a general manager. Like, aren't they supposed to book the match? Like, they don't focus on that. We're trying to get this angle.
The people who are complaining about this go to the GM.
Yes. It's like, no. The wrestlers book the matches. It's okay. That's fine. All this will just sign it. Pierce will just sign it and be like, all good.
I would like the GMs to go back to have offices.
Yes.
And like Adam Pierce just wanders around all day. Yeah. He's just everywhere behind the scenes.
Yeah, he's just stressed. He's looking around. He's like, oh God, there's so much to like keep tabs on. It's like, they should come to me. If I'm the GM,
that's right.
Give me my desk. I'll have my fancy little, what's the thing that you like pull the string on and it goes back and forth? Like, I want one of those on my desk.
Like the marionettes?
No, is that what they're called? Like the little ball and then it hits and then the ball goes back and forth.
Oh my God!
You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
Of course, I do.
I want one of those, and on my desk, if I was a general manager, and I'd just be looking at that, not looking at the product, have my little TV off to the side or whatever, and that way Austin Theory could come in, pound his hand on the desk, and say, "General manager, I need this match." Well, you got it. Later on tonight on Raw. So,
yeah, what is it?
I know you know what I'm talking about.
No, I'm completely. I know exactly what it is. I'm gonna go crazy now.
I'll put like a photo on the other side of my desk, and it'll be like a picture of me in a suit, just to emphasize like I'm the authority figure, right?
Oh, it's actually not. I wouldn't have got it. Newton's Cradle?
Newton's Cradle. Okay. I would not have gotten that.
Desk toy with metal balls that swing and click into one another. The even clicking noise helps the brain focus and washes away stress.
See, even more reason to have that on my desk.
I thought it was called like a metronome or something.
Yeah. I saw pendulum. I was like, I think the word I was thinking of, a pendulum.
No, but it's the balls that go back and forth.
Yep.
Okay. This is riveting.
Yeah, just cut it, cutting off the promo, and we're gonna have a match later tonight.
You know what, Zach? I'm just changing gears now. Like okay. I'm going to other things I wanted to talk to.
All right.
Sheamus not being renewed, leaving WWE. Everyone, of course, automatically always thinks people are going to AEW. There are a lot of connections with Sheamus, who's been around a long time, including a partnership with Claudio. But he is 48 years old. Is it worth AEW to be interested in Sheamus?
I would like to see it. I'm usually not somebody that's like sign everybody that leaves WWE. I would like to see it. Is it because he kind of fits my style of wrestling? Yes. I do kind of want to see him outside that WWE environment. He strikes me as a guy that's kind of has a pro wrestler mindset in some cases.
Mm-hmm.
I was reminded of the video many years ago. Rusev was doing a live stream, and I don't think Sheamus was aware that he was live on the video because he was trying to promote Total Divas.
Oh, okay.
And so Rusev's like, "Oh, we're gonna do another watch of Total Divas," and you could hear Sheamus in the background yell, "No, we're not watching that, bleep. We're not watching that." It's like, can't do it again. And Rusev's looking across. Like, as soon as I saw that, I'm like, I'm a Sheamus guy for life. I love this man. I want this man to win all the world titles. I think as a role of the Death Riders, I think it'd be great. And like you mentioned, like Lee, if they ever do a Sheamus Claudio Castagnoli versus Jake Doyle versus Mark Davis tag match.
Oh, that's meat slapping, meat slapping meat.
Lee, I'm in. If they book that for a Collision, I'm tuned in on that Saturday or that Thursday, wherever it gets preempted. I'll be tuned in, and I will be writing notes, extensive notes.
So I went to watch Collision last week.
Yeah.
Was it last week or the week before? It was supposed to be on Saturday night, but at least on the network, the USA network that we get in Canada somehow. I don't know. But
another brilliant decision from the overlords.
I'm a NASCAR guy, but like kind of the NASCAR AAA is the best way to describe it. Like they're the series underneath NASCAR, but it's all under the same body.
There's no luchadors in the NASCAR?
Guys trying to get to the next level, right? It's the minor leagues.
AAA baseball, not AAA. I'm going to be watching El Grande, El Hijo del Denny Hamlin out there.
Yeah.
You know, so.
El Hijo de Denny Hamlin. You know what? Yeah, I'm in. I'm in.
They're all racing, but they got lucha bass on. I would watch.
So anyways, that race, there was a rain delay. And so that race was just basically starting when it was supposed to be ending, and they're going into Collision. Mm-hmm. And on my PVR, I've got Collision taping, but of course it's just taping the O'Reilly series race.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and it's on channel, for me, it's on channel like 1526, something like that. I'm like, you couldn't make this harder. Like, I am literally trying to watch your program on a Saturday night at 10 o'clock or 8 o'clock or whatever time it's on Saturday nights. Yep. I am trying to watch it and I can't. And then they're on Thursday. And okay. Point being, he is 48 years old. And like long term, is it a benefit to the company? They do have a lot of people. The super fan Ben Sublier
was gonna look. I thought maybe I popped a tire.
Said he would like to see him in there because there aren't a lot of guys that are, 6'3", 6'4", 270, like bigger guys.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned, Jake Doyle. I brought up to him, like, what about Lance Archer? What do you mean? Like Florida Lance, just always in his Florida shirt and flip-flop.
Beating up a jobber on the way, throw him out,
But we don't get to see a lot of that type. So if you do like that type of wrestling.
Yeah.
Is the argument that there are too many guys already? Like there's a lot of guys in AEW looking for time. And would he fit in there at 48 to like get his time and be involved? And could he provide some really good matches? I'm really torn on this one because I do like the concept of a more dangerous Sheamus and going over there and doing some things that he couldn't do in WWE. He is a big, strong guy, obviously in good shape. But what's his staying power past coming in and having the matches that you just said? Could they form like a real tag team with Claudio and being in Death Riders and be like tag champs? And like,
I'd be for that. As a short-term thing, but
is that the type of future that he has, or can he get to that level? That's all.
I don't see him as like a main event guy at this stage of his career. The other thing you have to think about with a guy like Sheamus is he's had some injury trouble the last couple of years. And so combine that with his age, that's obviously going to be something you look at. But to me, like I saw the report about, guys would like, they like him personally, but it would be taking a spot. And I'm like, well, get over. You know what I mean? Like I go out there, utilize the TV time you have, and get over. Is in my opinion. I think Sheamus would be a benefit.
The whole someone's going to come in and steal my spot. Like there's too many guys. Yeah. There's never too many guys for when you do a good job of getting over.
Yep, absolutely. So I don't really take in too much of that. As a short-term thing, like, again, I think him with Claudio as a tag team, I think would be a lot of fun. And there's some different elements. And the big thing, the thing with those Dynamites, for all the talk about how many wrestlers there are on that roster, and there are a lot, the big thing you can never complain about is that there's no shortage of different matches that you get to watch each week from AEW.
Yep.
And that's why Tony Khan has this massive roster. It's like, okay, I could throw this guy in there because it's a different match, or I could put this guy in here because of this. So for all the talk about having this massive roster, he's at least utilizing guys and trying to create different matches where it feels fresh.
To your point, you could literally have a Dynamite the week after the next one and basically have all different people in it, and it still be a decent, meaningful show.
Yep.
With some storylines attached to it. It's not the same four guys.
Yep.
And that's how it feels in WWE. It just does. Like,
yep. I was talking about all the same guys in the main event we've been seeing the last 5 years, all over 40. That's all been rotated around.
If you have a show in WWE right now that doesn't have Roman or Punk or Cody, like, I don't know, like, can you have a show that's really good or like has like deeper meaning? Like Brock's a part-time guy. They have other people, but I just don't know that you could throw out shows and call them meaningful because they've used the same 4 or 5 guys on top all the time.
Yeah.
Where absolutely you could on Dynamite. So let's talk about Dynamite coming up tomorrow. Will we be doing a show on Thursday as this sits on a Tuesday night? I'm really interested, like what you think they're going to do on a match with MJF and Kenny Omega with the stipulation. I thought they got a little clunky last week about not understanding the stipulation They even corrected it on TV, and they corrected it wrong, which is crazy. It's clear people did not know because they corrected it. They're like, oh, no, it's just a match to get a shot at the title. And then they put the graphic up like 15 minutes later. No, it's a world title match. Okay. But what do you think is going to happen in this? Kenny Omega, if he loses, can never challenge for the AEW world title again. And they're having this on free TV. Do we get a clean finish?
It's interesting that they did move this up. It sounded like this was going to be the match at Redemption, but this has been moved up, big time stipulation. The thing that's kind of hanging over my head for me is the Andrade element of this all. Not just recently what we've seen with the turn to the babyface, a babyface turn, and him being involved with MJF, but I go back and I see a lot of posts that MJF has done with Andrade, like going months back, and how they were setting up a feud. And Lee, there is going to be a Grand Slam show in Mexico coming up. And I would imagine there would be some form of an MJF versus Andrade match on that Grand Slam show, the way that they have been building this feud between the two.
The Grand Slam show in Mexico is when?
That is after Redemption, if I recall. I believe it's the first week of August, but I will get that for you here in a moment. But all that to say, you got the Grand Slam Mexico show that's coming up. They've been building that MJF Andrade feud. Do I think that match could be big on its own as a singles match for that show? I do. But the way that it's kind of being played out here, there's a part of me that's like, MJF has kind of made it his gimmick that he is, taken away. Like you saw the Hangman stuff, obviously, where he's no longer allowed to challenge for the title. You have the famous thing with Cody where the stuff with Cody, he was part of that storyline and threw in the towel, if I recall.
Yeah.
Cody. And now you've got Kenny Omega that's involved with this stipulation. There's a part of me that's thinking that MJF's keeping that title.
In a clean finish, eh?
There's a part of me that's thinking that because I just...
And by clean, I mean like a definitive winner. I don't mean like he's not going to cheat. I just mean that they're going to walk away and Kenny will not be able to challenge for the title.
Right. August 5th, by the way, that Grand Slam Mexico show.
Okay. All right. Well, I will subscribe to your theory and tell you whether I agree or don't agree in a minute, but you're going to have to play this out for me.
Mm-hmm.
The main event of Redemption is what?
It's also a great question.
So you're basically Triple H. Book for tonight, book for tomorrow, but don't book for 3 weeks from now.
No, I booked a month ahead with the Grand Slam Mexico. Thank you very much.
Yeah, but you've missed the pay-per-view in between. That's like
story never ends, Lee. It's
JD McDonough against Danhausen.
Story never ends, Lee. It's always constantly evolving, and we're always
okay. What is the main event for Redemption, Zach? You got all this figured out between now and August 5th, but you forgot the pay-per-view in the middle. All right.
There's a part of me that's thinking Will Kenny, because we saw the interactions with Kenny to Will being like, oh, you shouldn't be going to talking with the Death Riders. Like you shouldn't be involved with them, like that Dynamite after the pay-per-view.
So MJF's not going to be involved with the world title at Redemption. He just won't be there.
There's part like that's what's like. It's very much like I think they might have moved it up because they might be concerned about that knee. There's a part of me that's wondering that. It's like, all right, we do this now. We keep him off TV for a few weeks so he can heal up, and then he can be part of the rest of the push into All In. I don't know. It's just very like I've been trying to map it out, Lee.
Yeah, I know.
I've been in that room staring at that whiteboard, trying to connect all the dots here, and with my little, pendulum going back and forth, and just thinking to myself, how is this all connected here? Why are they booking this?
So we make fun of WWE for looking at that and saying, oh, we got it all figured out. But I do like the fact in AEW that you have, like, I don't know. I'm asking you your opinion, but I have no idea where they're going with this.
Mhm.
And I like that. There's a lot of different people involved in this world title thing. Like, right now, you have MJF and you have Andrade and you have Will and you have Kenny. And they all have kind of claims to being in a title match or winning the title. I think you're overthinking this one a bit.
There is a part of me that's like, I might be, especially the Grand Slam Mexico part, because I do feel like there's going to be an Andrade MJF
they could
somehow.
face each other. It just doesn't have to be for the title.
Yeah, that's where I'm kind of like iffy on.
I feel like tomorrow night we're seeing Hangman Page.
Mhm.
And Hangman comes out to protect Kenny, to not allow somebody else to fall into this. You can never challenge for the title again. And Hangman ends up helping Kenny win the title. And MJF is very unhappy about it and gets his redemption as the challenger in Montreal against a defending Kenny Omega. And at least Kenny doesn't get like the Sami Zayn month run or like 9-day run. Like, at least
a month is a little long for that Sami Zayn run.
Yeah, but Kenny, if he wins it tomorrow night, will get 2 months.
At least.
Well, August 30th, he's losing to Will Ospreay. So, and it's July 7th. Like, I'm telling you, on August 30th, I am Zach. I don't know what I'm going to do if Will Ospreay doesn't win. Because if they screw this up and Will Ospreay does not win the title on August 30th at Wembley, I don't know what I'm going to be able to do.
Well, you'd be like me when I said Cody lost the first time and I said they missed the peak.
Yes. Oh, they not only missed it, but I'm going to have a hard time getting anything back for Will Ospreay at that point. He's my favorite wrestler in the world, but they've gone so far when he didn't win last time. And like, they've already kind of done it a little bit, or he's got close, but he has not been able to do it. If they don't put him over at Wembley, like, I just don't even know. But I think we see Hangman. They could also do a screwy finish, like a dusty finish. And that's where I'm also thinking it's possible that what happens if they do a DQ, but Kenny wins. And so Kenny actually does win the match. So he does get the challenge for the title again. And he ends up challenging at Redemption because he got screwed over. But it's interesting, right? I just find it cool. Like, even last year when we went to All Out in September, the main event was Hangman Page and Kyle Fletcher.
Yep.
And neither one of those guys are even close to the world title picture at this point. How do you feel about the Hangman stip hanging on? Do you think it lasts?
You talk about for Hangman?
Yeah.
I've been saying on this show that I think it should last. You got to make it mean something. I know technically you can make the argument, oh, they've done it for Cody, but I feel like if you just do it for one guy and then just buck off it for the second guy, I think that's cheating a little bit. I think you want to try and continue to establish this further. I said last time that at least a year committed to this stip, maybe 2 years. And I think that would be enough for fans where they start clamoring for finding a way to kind of break out of the stip. So that's how I personally feel about it.
Okay.
Because I think the big thing sometimes where there's an emotional connection to it, and I think sometimes fans get a little weary of having something like that, where they think it's kind of being worked against them, but it's okay because you are being worked. It's pro wrestling,
Right.
right? They're trying to work your emotions and make you feel something. And I
Yep.
think that's a device that they could use in the future to try and get people invested. So you're like, oh, I want to make sure that my guy doesn't, this stip is so big and they've committed to the stip that the next time it happens, you're there. It's like, oh, I hope my guy, my baby face that's challenging for this is not going to get this stip. I want them to win. Hopefully they don't win and you get more invested.
Right.
So
I guess the question is, are we going to have 2 world title changes on television in the month of July? Like CM Punk wins the WWE Championship last night. And is Kenny Omega going to win the AEW Championship tomorrow night, both on regular television? Is that going to happen?
I think it's possible. The way that the WWE one was, it was like, oh, Cody versus Sammy, but Cody gets taken out in the back to set up the CM Punk stuff. So does that mean that's happening in AEW? Somebody's taking out MJF or whatever, Kenny Omega, and taking his spot.
Would you be mad if they did the same thing?
I would. I would think it would be cowardly if you're promoting something that big, and then you just use that as a way to get out of it. Similar to what WWE did, where you're promoting this big match, but you don't want Cody. You want to save Cody for later, so you're like, oh, Chicago, Punk's here. We want to do Cody versus Punk anyway. Right. Like that one also comes across as cowardly booking. So I think it would be cowardly booking in this case.
Well, we're going to find out. We could be back on the air later this week with 2 world title changes. Yeah. Also, very much looking forward to Dark Side of the Ring. You mentioned, I believe it's going on now.
Yes, I'm looking forward to that. I'll be watching that on the VOD or whatever. So,
like, very much looking forward to that because I've seen and listened to some of the Jeff Jarrett stuff this week. He's been everywhere.
Yes.
Everywhere. But interesting, right? That it's the first time they're going to tell the Kurt Angle, Karen Angle, Jeff Jarrett story about how it all worked because the kids are old enough now.
Yep.
That's really interesting. Doesn't sound like Dixie Carter's going to come out very, very well.
She was apparently invited on and she said no. So we'll see what that brings. I am very interested to see that story and from Jeff's perspective. And one of the other things too about that is that the whole stuff with creating TNA damaged that relationship between he and Jerry Jarrett, because Jerry was also involved with creating that. And it took them a long time to reconcile. They did reconcile before Jerry passed away. So there is that, but there's a lot to that story. On the air right here, right now, Lee, because this is how we operate on This Is Wrestling, because this is 2 parts of the 3-part TNA thing. Are we going to review the 2 parts and then review the 3rd part next week? Or do we just wait for the 3rd part and then just review it all together next week? Because I'm cool either way with what we want to do.
Zach, you've had my mind. So parts 1 and 2 are airing tonight.
Yep. And part 3 is airing next week.
Yeah. Okay, I have some thoughts. What are your thoughts before I don't want to influence you?
Okay. I'm good either way, for the record.
Yeah.
But I think
we're good either way, talking wrestling no matter what.
Yep. But I think as an overall encompassing thing, I think if we do it all 3 parts and then review it next week, I think we will be able to really take everything in.
That's why you and I are on the same page here. That's why we're connected. That's why, Zach, we're going to run a wrestling company one day.
Oh boy, that's a big investment.
Or we might just be a commentary team. I'm not sure.
You never know.
You never know.
You never know.
But that was in my head as well, that it would be kind of weird to review one show because it's 2 parts and people are like, well, you didn't do all 3 parts. You did 2 of them together, but you did one of them by themselves. Like, let's just say the Jeff Jarrett TNA story in the
Yep.
bubble.
Yep.
I can't wait for Dark Side of the Ring. I can't wait for you to review WWE Unreal. Like I lost my mind last year about it, and I feel like I've calmed down.
Yeah. I think like around episode 3, I was like, you idiot. Like you,
No,
like, just like, ah!
but I think what gets me the most is a whole bunch of people who'd never watch wrestling, but are kind of interested and know some of the guys and girls. They're like, oh, I watched Unreal. What do you think about that show? I thought it was good. And I'm like, I don't know how to respond right now. Like, just like, there's so many things I want to say.
Yeah.
And all I end up saying back is they did a show of the behind the scenes things that happen in their world and didn't show you 98% of what actually happened behind the scenes.
Yeah.
They only showed you the 2% and then made their own story from there.
Correct.
And then I try to walk away and they're like, well, what do you mean? It was like all the behind the scenes, the real stuff. I'm like, no, it wasn't.
It wasn't.
But they made you believe it. And I don't want to take that away from you. So can we end the conversation?
See, that's always fun when you have to explain that to a non-wrestling fan. When you have to go in, it's like, oh, I thought this was great. And I'm like, I don't want to be guy that's like,
right.
No,
I don't want to be like, I just don't want to.
WWE is very good at that because they're well made. But they're such good con artists. They really are. Like they're very good at like creating their own narrative.
To your point, like, and especially with Netflix, it's very well produced.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Right. Like, and it's always well produced on Netflix with their shows, and they fool you.
Yep.
It's like, no, I was watching all the behind. I really gravitated towards this wrestler. I'm like, that's great.
Yeah.
Like if you connected with somebody, and you're gonna watch them more because of it.
Yep.
I think that's awesome. That's the way it should be.
Yep.
But I'm telling you, whatever stories they told you, like, oh, here's the real behind the scenes, they didn't tell you 98% of what actually happened. And I said, for me, and guys like Zach and everybody else who actually know the stories, it's insulting.
Yes.
For them to skip over them like they didn't happen because they're talking to a casual audience, and you're talking about it like you just know everything now behind the scenes because you watch WWE Unreal, and now like you think we're on the same level and the same, like we're having the same conversations, and we're not.
We're just not. And when you say it like that, it's like, oh, that's arrogant, and it's like that's how the WWE gets you, like, right? That's how they get you.
I don't want to be arrogant about it. It's just that I know because I watch it and love it. I follow it every day, every week.
Mm-hmm.
So when they make a show about the real behind the scenes stuff, and I know that crap didn't happen, or like all the stuff that actually happened that they never told us about, that's the stuff I want to see. I didn't get to see it, but you don't know any better. So you're enjoying the hell out of it. Good for you. Go enjoy it. I'm glad you're connecting with it. I just can't talk about it anymore.
I know. I can't wait for them to explain what's a work and what's a shoot again. And they use as examples of works. They have Great Khali squashing Rey Mysterio's head, or Vince McMahon blowing up in the limousine, and I'll be like, "Wait, what?" He's like, we want to like take the audience on this ride. That they don't know what's going on, and I'm like, "Did he blow up in a limousine? I know he didn't blow up in the limousine. Like, I thought they would do like CM Punk cutting the pipe bomb or whatever. It's like, okay." Or the NWO, it's like, oh, blurring the lines. But it's like, what? Great Khali squashing Rey Mysterio's head.
Incredible.
Like the vice grip he had on.
And I want people to like the show because I want people to connect with some of the wrestlers to make them want to watch them more. Like last time it was Chelsea Green.
Yep.
The amount of people I'd come up to me and go like, I didn't know who Chelsea Green was, but man, I love her. I'm like, yeah, that's awesome. Like,
as a vehicle to introduce pro wrestlers and get to know them, it did a very good job. In terms of actually explaining what's going on behind the scenes, that's when it loses me. Like, you get Bruce Pritchard and Joseph Parks back there, all so nervous, like, oh god, I gotta book a 6-man multi-person match. This is so tough, and like, it's just putting himself into an anxiety attack. It's just,
well, they're coming out and saying how difficult it is to book Backlash.
Yeah,
just weeks after WrestleMania. Like, you guys don't understand how difficult it is.
Yeah. Pritchard especially, it's just comes across so well. Is like, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Pritchard, sir. I know we were over by 3 minutes. Blah, 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 blah. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
So when I was watching, and Naomi just left and walked out with Sasha Banks, and they both just left, and then one of them came back. Did she have heat? How did that go?
Yeah.
Oh no, she's back. Everything's awesome. There's her husband. She's back too. Oh, she's pregnant. Yay! Whoa. No, the whole story is she walked out of the company. She took the belts and walked out with the like literally walked out on the company.
Yeah.
On a night that she was supposed to be there, and she walked out. And the other person left the company, never went back, and is the biggest star in the other federation. That's the real story. What the hell happened to bridge the gap? How did that go? Oh, we're not going to tell you that.
That would require, talking about that other company.
But she's back now. Oh, that's awesome. Yay. Okay.
What's a work? What's a shoot? Kevin Nash coming out of the wheelchair with the fake prosthetic leg. We're really blurring the lines here. What's a work? What's a shoot? Kevin Nash pulling up I was like, okay. All right. Not my first choice, but okay. You wanted to get the meme in. I get it. Great colleague. Got the vice grip on. It's like, oh, is that real? Did Vince McMahon really blow up in that limousine? Anyway, yeah, as you can tell, we're fired up. We're excited.
There's a whole new season of telling us all the great stuff behind the scenes about John Cena.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna vomit.
Yeah. What's an angle? How do you describe an angle?
How John Cena's left the business better after his tournament.
Yes.
It's just gonna be. I can't. You know what? I am looking forward to it, because you and I getting on here and both hating it together is going to make me very happy.
I can't wait.
Dark Side of the Ring, as we sit here, happening tonight. The first two parts, Jeff Jarrett and the TNA story. We got Dynamite tomorrow with another world title match. Massive stipulations. Oh, and by the way, before he goes to the G1, Takeshita and Kyle Fletcher tomorrow night.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Get fired up.
I had to look up when the G1 ended to see if Takeshita was going to be back for All In, but he will.
He will be, yes.
He will be. It ends, I think, exactly 2 weeks before All In.
That's usually how it goes. It goes to like mid-August for a typical G1. They've moved it to September and October in the past because of the Olympics, but.
All right, Zach. Well, we might be hanging out even more in the next little bit. So.
I can't wait to just be breaking down like it'll be like the 4th hour of recording. It's like, so this undercard thing that we're talking about with Maxine Dupree, and I'm like, God, what have I done at this point to be like breaking down the Maxine Dupree angle?
Rich says, I'm not sure if I'd actually be interested in watching WWE Unreal if it was closer to when they were actually writing and releasing the pay-per-views, or if it was older use. I quite enjoy going down memory lane with many of the old timer podcasts, hearing their point of view, hearing them go over each pay-per-view, how it was written. But for some reason, Unreal just hasn't done it for me.
Well, the reason why they also have that time in between is because then they can like fill in and be like, okay, this is what we're going to tell them what happened.
Right.
But we're not going to show them,
actually what happened.
Exactly. We're not going to show you The Rock coming in and domineering over Triple H and the creative when he returned and being like, all right, Paul, I'm the final boss and this is how we're going to do this.
Yeah. Oh, what happened to Travis Scott? Yeah. What happened to Travis Scott? Let's find out behind the scenes.
Yeah. No, they got along great.
We're not going to tell you that.
No, they got along great. Don't ask questions. Don't ask questions. Sure, he might have potatoed one of our top baby faces, but we love him.
And then never showed up again. When we had plans for him.
Yep.
But yeah, it's awesome.
It's all part of the show.
All right. Great talking to you again, Zach. And like I said, we might be talking here soon.
Yep.
I am looking forward to Dynamite tomorrow because you can go out to watch it. Yeah, big night tomorrow night. A double header of pickleball action and Dynamite. That's big.
There you go.
Yeah.
Try not to get a nice old burn out there. Since it's so hot out there.
I know. I'm less red than I was.
Yeah, you're much less red. I remember when we popped on, I was like, oh boy. Somebody's been outside. I've been in that situation too. I have a guy that does not do well in the sun. So
I usually do okay. I guess I just haven't been out that much, and all of a sudden I was out all day and like 34 degrees, but I'm better now. I have a better complexion now.
Yeah, no, it is gone down.
Okay,
it is very good. If it with my complexion, because I'm just a pasty white dude, I'm just gonna be it would stay there for weeks. It would be bad for me. So
yeah, I do have some Italian blood in me, right? So it does turn into a bit of a tan lip, but I had not been outside in a while, and I was quite red.
Yeah.
But I know, Zach, as we sit here on a Tuesday night, what if we get together to talk about did Kenny Omega win the title? But you know what's coming up.
Oh boy, what's coming up, Lee?
I know, get off of the wrestling train, back on the OSN train.
Yeah.
We are just 2 days away from a 9:00 start in Edmonton. The Ottawa Red Blacks against the Elks, and Zach with mood lighting, breaking things down at midnight. There couldn't be a better tease. Zach changing the lighting, changing the mood, changing everything, going on at midnight to talk about a Red Blacks Elks game.
Where else would I rather be on a Thursday night?
Here's your tease. Take a nap. Do what you got to do, Zach.
Yeah.
Just be at your best at midnight with the mood lighting, okay?
Yeah. I'll have my dulcet tones on, and
that's right.
Just be like, and yes, Jake Mayer, he threw another short pass up the middle.
Jake Mayer may not be the guy.
That's right.
We like that, right?
That's good.
Mayer may not.
And if he plays well, he could be the mayor of Ottawa.
That's not as good.
Oh,
I like Mark Sutcliffe. Don't be doing that to Sutty.
Poor Sutcliffe today with the Alfredson news. He posted. Did you see this? He posted a thing saying, "As we congratulate the people that helped build Ottawa, I wanted to give a shout out to Daniel Alfredson, who's such a great community builder." And this was hours before the Leaf stuff came out.
Come on, somebody's got to get to the mayor. That's unfair.
I saw that. I was like, oh, Mark, that is poor timing on your part, my friend.
A pillar of our community, Daniel Alfredson. Yeah, he's coaching the Leafs now, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay. I did not know that when I posted this. Yeah. It was
By the way, Rich says, talk forever. I feel like tonight we have, and you've been a part of both shows, Rich.
Yes. I don't know. I don't got much left here. I thought maybe me talking about the whiteboard and looking at the whiteboard was kind of me running out of ideas. Just look at them.
Guys. I got the whiteboard.
It's like, all right, here we go. If we connect this dot here, we try and get up to SummerSlam here. How do we connect all this together? Guys, I'm thinking of something we haven't done before. What about a run-in? No, 2 run-in. No. 3 run-ins, 3, each bigger than the last.
Oh my God.
By the way, but as we wrap up here, I should mention I did Acclaim over the weekend. Starmageddon 16. That's the season finale show for Acclaim.
Zach, tell me the good news. Who is the new Acclaim heavyweight champion of the world?
The new heavyweight champion of the world of Acclaim Pro Wrestling is your boy, the hot pepper, McCray Martin.
My guy, McCray Martin.
He did win.
beat that Junior Benito within an inch of his life.
You want me to tell you how the finish was?
Yes.
Lee, you remember when All In Texas was a big time show?
Yep.
Very big show. And that main event was Hangman versus Moxley.
Yes.
And you remember all the things that happened in that match.
Yes.
Do like a carbon copy of that and do it for this match.
Come on.
Yes. It was very so it started off with Jimmy Townsend, who's one of the up and coming guys from Australia, running out. He had just lost to James Stone earlier on. And he came in, interfered in the match because he beats Hot Stepper at one of the previous shows and wanted to get in the title picks. So he got involved in the match. James Stone comes out to clear him away. And then Dante Dubois runs down because he was the tag partner for Hot Stepper McCray Martin at the last show against Junior Benito and Max Caster. But there was a miscommunication in that he accidentally lays out Hot Stepper and gets thrown out to the outside. And all of this, by the way, all the referees of Acclaim Pro Wrestling have been knocked down as well. Multiple low blows. And then all of a sudden, the Acclaim owner, Chaz Lovely, comes out because Chaz Lovely got taken out by Junior Benito as part of the heel turn, left him bloodiedly in the ring and left him bloodied and out.
Not right.
And so Chaz Lovely comes out. He pulls down the jacket to reveal a referee shirt underneath, and he is the new referee for the match. But Lee, Junior kicks out at 2, and then Chaz Lovely got taken out as well.
Oh, no.
And then Lee, another person ran out. This time it was under a hood, which I was surprised by because it was so hot in that building that somebody would be willingly wearing a hood. But they came out in a hood, and it was revealed to be Christara, the person that Junior Benito turned heel on many shows ago after New Year's resolution. Revealed Junior had the title belt. It was going to lay out Hot Stepper McCray Martin, but Christara stopped that title belt from being used. And then finally, the Hot Stepper was able to come in and get the pinfall victory over Junior Benito.
Where did they go from here?
Yep.
When you use everything in the holster, where do they go from there?
All that happened from the past season of Acclaim all came together in this 25-minute match. I was losing my mind on commentary. It was just a new person, one after another. And it was something. And of course, this is Hot Stepper's first Acclaim championship as well. My
guy.
Yes.
Now, how did my girl Leah Sparks do? I feel like she didn't do as well against Kingsley won, didn't she?
Kingsley is your new Acclaim women's champion. She did win. I saw her promo afterwards as well, Kingsley. So
I saw well, like she's a good promo.
Yep. She's a very charismatic. She's quite the character.
Herself?
Sorry?
She believes in herself.
Oh, yes. Yes. You can see the confidence radiating through. She sings her entrance to the ring. But yes, Leah Sparks unfortunately did not win. Your girl did not win.
What about don't tell me the guys I don't like. They better not have won.
Lee, if you're talking about London Lightning and his brother Storm Rider.
Northern Thunder. Oh my God. We're Thunder, but we're in the North. So we came up with this title. It's so catchy.
Well, Lee, they've added another title to their trophy case. No. They are a new Acclaim tag team champions in a no holds barred match.
Were there holds that were barred before? And now the holds are not
in the literal sense. This isn't mystery wrestling, Lee.
Oh, okay.
It's a no holds, so they can't do submissions. I know some people. I will send that idea off to them, and we'll see if it makes it to one of their shows. So I heard that's like, oh, they will like this. I know the exact person that will like that stipulation.
Have a holds barred match. 100%.
All holds allowed match. So yes. So yes, Northern Thunder Acclaim tag team champions. Your boys.
They beat who, Zach?
They beat the Natural Born All Stars, or as we know them as Project 8100.
My guys. Like I'm so sad for
I know.
Dexter and company, man. But a lot of titles changing hands.
It's a big show. There's a
Starting
lot
to go.
happening on the show. The only person that retained their championship was the acclaimed provincial champion, my color commentator, Ray St. Jean, who came out in all America garb because it was on Independence Day. And you know that
Did he
famous
have the Rougeos
picture?
singing?
No, he wasn't singing, but he did have
No, the Rougeos.
he did not have the Rougeos, unfortunately. That would
Might
have been
might be the greatest heel theme
so good.
song ever.
Them singing French, talking about how the Americans don't know what they're saying.
We're all
what idiots.
We're all American boys.
And then say they're all American boys was so great. It's such a great theme.
It's so catchy. They love Barry Manilow. Like, I mean, it's just
so good.
It's off the charts.
Just as long as you don't have Jacques booking your promotion, it's great. But
yeah,
all that to say, so it's the acclaimed provincial championship. It's the workhorse challenge, but Lee, I call them just freshly new out of wrestling school. Some others might call them jobbers that have come out that have changed.
Oh, you do. You call them freshly new at a wrestling school wrestlers.
Yes. Some might call them jobbers. But Ray St. Jean is able to keep his provincial championship. On the graphic, he came out to like America stuff. And remember the famous Hulk Hogan and of him holding the American flag as he's ripping through. It's that, but it's a variation. It's Ray St. Jean coming through that flag. It was actually quite the visual. But at the next show in September, it will be Ray St. Jean and the Jobbers' chosen opponent in a lumberjack match, as the Jobbers will be around the ring. It has been described to me as a lumberjob match.
Lumberjob. I like that a lot.
Yes. So that's coming in September. And the big one I wanted to mention, I don't have the official name for the show yet, but the October Acclaim show will be taking place. I can confirm this will be taking place on Halloween this year.
Wow.
Yeah. So yes, I will be bringing a costume. No, it's not going to be that costume.
Okay.
I already have an idea for the costume that I think will work well.
We're spitting ideas here.
Yeah.
What would that be?
I guess you'll have to find out in October.
No. I'm not waiting until Halloween on July the 7th to see what costume you're going to wear. What's your idea now?
My idea now is to dress up as Jim Ross.
Fantastic.
Since I am the commentator, I felt like it was appropriate.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
That is my plan as of now. It could change.
And you know me, I wouldn't tell you it was fantastic if I didn't believe it.
Right? No, it's true.
I would say, I don't know, Zach, you got a couple months to figure that out, but that's not going to work. That's the
Yes.
Rich does say that he needs him a Northern Thunder shirt, something fierce. Do they have Northern Thunder shirts?
They do. They have been selling them at the shows. I think they might be on Pro Wrestling Tees. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But,
Stardust Tesla. I haven't heard from him in a bit. Nice.
Yeah.
Back. So much local wrestling with AEW, Mystery, Acclaim, C4, and WWE. Yes. Monday Night Raw, August 24th, coming to the CTC. But most of them, like we got Fighting Back coming. Oh, should announce that. I forget her real name. Zoe Stark.
Oh yeah, Zoe Serrano, I think is
Serrano.
Yeah,
is coming to C4 in August. I'm hoping another name.
As in the announcement, they said that they're looking at more names.
Yeah.
What can I reveal here? I
don't know. You seem to know a lot of.
There's some names being discussed. I don't want to like blow up their spot, but I've been told there are going to be names bigger than Zoe Serrano that's at least being talked to.
Right.
So, get excited for that.
Yes, they're pink and black Bret Hart colors, aren't they? The Northern Thunder shirts.
They are. The Calgary influence.
How does Stardust Tesla know that?
Guess they go to the shows.
Mercedes Moné wore some attire dedicated to Natty Neidhart a couple weeks ago. Always the hard influence. I feel like I've never been to Calgary, but I feel like if I'm going to Calgary, I have to go for a pay-per-view and go to Hitman's.
Yes, same here.
Like
That's gonna be the first thing I do.
go to Hitman's bar
Yep.
and watch a wrestling pay-per-view at a wrestling bar. Like
Agree.
I just need to do that.
Yep. Sometimes Brett is there at that bar, so Brett has long eluded me. He's the one guy I want to meet in pro wrestling, and he's long eluded me. So
I don't know if I would put it exactly that way, that he has eluded you.
well, without revealing too much, we did try to get an interview one time, and it didn't work out. Because you would think that anyway, sorry.
I remember.
I still have some frustrations about not with Brett, with other people involved in that. So
yeah,
doesn't ring a bell.
Okay, we can't have a Northern Thunder shirt. Like we got to have Hot Stepper McCray Martin World Champion shirts. We need like Leah Spark shirts. We need what are Project 8100 called in?
They are part of the Natural Born All Stars faction. And
Natural Born All Stars faction. It's
the NBA.
Yeah, it's a little lengthy. I don't like it.
Not a fan?
No. Why can't they go with Project 8100?
Because the Natural Born All Stars is part of a previous team with Raj Ali and MVP a couple years ago. And so they're part of that group. So that's why they're part of the Natural Born. Drea Mitchell's in that faction too. There's something else I wanted to mention too, but it's all of a sudden slipped my mind. But anyway.
Stardust Tesla, because I've been to the show. Anybody's been to a C4 show.
You know what? He's got us there. he's got us there.
Yeah. Starting to get an idea who this might be.
Oh, really? You figured out who's behind the gimmick?
Oh, yeah. I got a good idea.
Okay. You're gonna tell me outside of the we'll protect you, Stardust Tesla. We'll keep kayfabe.
For now.
For now.
For now. All right. Between AEW tomorrow night, between Dark Side of the Ring coming out, I can't wait to watch those episodes. WWE Unreal next week, I believe, July 15th. I think it's the first day for that. Redemption on July 26th that we're going to in Montreal. Holy man. There is a lot packed in.
Yes. July 21st is what I have here for Unreal.
Oh, okay.
So I have a little bit of a reprieve during that time, which is nice. That'll be good. I can mentally prepare myself, get 2 weeks of the Dark Side show in, be like, oh, that's some good TV right there.
Right.
Before I have to dive into the Netflix show. So, oh, help me. All right. It's going to be good.
Hold on. Stardust Tesla says Project 8100 shirt, FTW. I don't know if you know what FTW stands for, Zach, but I do.
I was going to say, I don't think this is the ECW FTW that he's talking about here.
It's not?
No, not with Taz out there.
I might have had a couple of FTW Taz shirts back in the day.
I know you had a couple of ECW shirts there.
Oh, I had a lot of ECW shirts. I had the BWO that I wore completely out. I couldn't even salvage any of it. I told you before, the one shirt I do want to get a hold of is just Raven on the front. It was like my favorite shirt ever.
Yeah.
And then just on the back, quote the Raven nevermore. Man,
sure. I'm sure there's something on eBay or something like that.
I know. I just don't want to pay like $150 for a t-shirt. That's all.
And that's just for the shipping with the way things are right now. So.
Yeah. For the win. Just saying I want one. Okay. What else did I have? I had tons of Taz. There was just a couple people that I didn't do. Like,
did you have an RVD?
Yeah, I was just gonna say I never got into RVD.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I've never connected with him, and I just don't know whether it's I don't know. This sounds pretty loserish, but like I've just never really connected with the weed culture.
Oh, like
And
I gotcha. Yeah,
and
yeah.
back in the day, it was just all about RVD and 420 and
Right.
like
It's still that with
no,
him.
I know, but back in the day, like a lot of his
Yeah.
promos, a lot of stuff that he was ever talking about always catered to that crowd. And that's fine. I just
Yeah.
wasn't into it.
Yep.
And yeah, he was a great athlete, but it was never more than watching a great athlete. Like he wasn't ever like one of my faves.
Right.
I mean, I loved Shane Douglas, Triple
Yep.
Threat. I loved Chris Candido.
Yeah.
God rest his soul. And then the people that they brought in from like it's so crazy to me about when you list off you had all this like you had Sandman and you had Sabu and Taz and Tommy Dreamer and Raven and the Eliminators and the Gangstas and the Pitbulls and like all of them are over there, right?
Mhm.
The more violent, the Dudleys, like more violence, way over here. But on this side, we're just going to give you Eddie Guerrero and Dean Malenko and Chris Jericho and Rey Mysterio and Psychosis and
Juventude. Yeah.
Juventud Guerrera and like it was just unbelievable. They could give you so many different things. That's what was so great about ECW back in the day is that throughout the show they gave you like a couple amazing, insane pro wrestling matches that you're just like, I've never seen a better match in my life.
Yep.
And then they gave you some comedy stuff, whether it was, the BWO or Stevie Richards was always, pretty comedic. The
Yep.
FBI were one. I still have the remnants of my FBI full-blooded Italian
Love it.
shirt with Tracy Smothers in the
Yep.
group, like
Tommy Rich in there too, and
like the Southern Hicks, the part of the full-blooded Italians with Little
so
Guido
good.
was just unbelievable. So they had the comedic side down where it was actually pretty funny and not
Yeah.
like bad humor. It was like, oh no, like these guys are really funny.
Yeah.
And then they had the violence that they could do, right? Like New Jack would come out and the song would play and the shopping cart comes out and they would do that. And then they'd get into their world title stuff. So I was a big triple threat guy, a big, Shane Douglas guy.
Yeah.
I loved Raven. I respected Tommy Dreamer a ton back in the day, like for all the things that he did for that company. But I never really got like Taz was one of my guys. But I never. What's that?
I was going to say Sabu.
Nope.
Really? Okay, interesting.
He was crazy. You might disrespect me after this, but he was almost too much for me.
Mhm.
Because every time he was trying to do something to like more gore, more like he would push it so much. That one match that I saw when he ripped his bicep off in the barbed wire was like the grossest thing I've ever seen. And he just wrapped it up. Like he literally tore his bicep off of his arm in the middle with barbed wire and he wrapped it up and just kept going. It was disgusting. So back at that time, that just wasn't exactly my scene. So I never had any Sabu shirts, Sandman shirts, Rob Van Dam, but I had a lot of the other ones. I actually have a really cool thing I should show people one time. I don't even know if you've ever seen it, actually. Being over at the Palatial Estates this much. Maybe you have. But I used to wear the wrestling shirts all the time. So I would literally wear the shirts out where you couldn't wear them anymore. So it's like, what am I going to do with a lot of these? And so I actually have like a duvet bedspread that is all my old wrestling shirts.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
I don't think you've shown me this.
Well, all the ones that I wore enough to wear out and a couple that I wanted to put in there, like,
right.
And there are like way back, like there are some CM Punk, like when he first burst onto the scene, like the very first Edge shirt that I had, but like most of them are ECW shirts.
Nice.
Yeah. And I mixed in I actually have, and it was so stupid because I covered I covered a bunch of NHL drafts in my time,
Mhm.
and they were like very flimsy material, but I wore them out so much too that there's probably about 5 NHL draft t-shirts on that bedspread as well. So it's a bit of a combination of like my history, but all the ones that, meant something to me.
Mhm.
Yep. It's pretty cool to have like just as a one of those keepsakes that I
Yeah.
feel like was a really, really good idea because all of those shirts mattered to me and I couldn't wear them anymore. So yes, for if you could just spot me the $1,000, I'll get 6 new ECW t-shirts.
Excellent.
BWO, Raven, I'll get all the things I used to have.
Right.
It'll be awesome.
Yeah.
So
Put it right back in the closet.
just need $1,000 for those 6 t-shirts.
I will say on the ECW note, when I used to do the college radio show, which is all of a sudden 10 years old now, which is hard to believe. But when I did the college radio show, there was a part of the show I did an ECW month where I'm like, I'm kind of getting tired of reviewing Raw on this show.
Okay.
And so I needed to change it up. So I ended up reviewing we got One Night Stand, the original one or not One Night Stand, Barely Legal. We did Barely Legal. We did One Night Stand 2005. And I think we tried to do ECW Heatwave 98, but that didn't work.
Oh, okay.
But one of the other things that we did when it came to that month is I was trying to get some former ECW guys on the show. And I was able to get Joel Gertner.
No way.
Yeah, so I have a tape from my interview with Joel Gertner. He did a whole promo for me for the show, which I still have on tape. And the other one that I got was Jim Molyneux, the referee for ECW.
Love that.
Yeah. So I think I have the Molyneux one still on tape. I know for sure I still have the Joel Gertner one on tape too, but hasn't been heard in years. It's all stored away in a hard drive somewhere. So I have a lot of interviews in there. So but yeah, I remember the Joel Gertner one being really, really cool.
All right. That's awesome.
Yeah. Lot of tapes.
I'd like to hear that.
Show.
We gotta bring that out sometime.
Yeah, I know. I still have it saved. I've got interviews with
Jake the Snake Roberts.
Yeah.
One you tell us about all the time.
Yeah, that one I always tell that story. Lee has his, I went to ECW at the Burt Flickinger Arena. I have my Jake the Snake Roberts. It was my first radio interview story. So
I remember going to the Burt Flickinger Arena and getting there so early that I was like, because it wasn't in the greatest part of town in Buffalo.
Yep.
I'm like, well, me and my buddy, let's just go to the mall. And we went to the mall, and I'll never forget, like, maybe the emptiest food court I've ever seen, but Perry Saturn was sitting there.
Of course.
Right.
This was pre-Moppy, of course.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Yes.
And I was just like, oh my God, it's Perry Saturn.
Yeah.
And he's literally just sitting in this empty food court.
He's like, God damn it, the fans found me.
No, we never went up to him.
Okay, good. I was gonna say.
Yeah. We were too cool for that.
Yeah.
I was just looking for on Pro Wrestling Tees for my Blue World Order shirt and seeing how much it was. Mm. They have a ton of stuff
on Pro Wrestling Tees. Oh yeah, they always got something.
As you said, I
got my Terry Funk shirt.
The shirt's $24.99 American, and by the time it gets here, it'll be like $100.
Yeah,
with shipping and conversion and.
Yep. Before all the madness happened, I had a bunch of. I was able to get a Terry Funk shirt coming in, and I still love it. Always wear it to the shows when I can.
Yeah. All right, Zach, that's going to do it. It's like 11 o'clock.
Yeah, we're right at the 2-hour mark. So.
I got to go to bed.
Yeah, me too.
Rich says Kevin Sorbo stepped on my foot one time. Yeah. See, that feels like a good ending.
Yep.
Okay, we will talk to you very soon. If we don't talk to you before Thursday night, back on OSN, the Red Blacks and the Edmonton Elks. About an 8:30 pregame. Settle in for Zach's mood lighting. It'll be great.
Oh, I'm gonna bring the mood lighting out. It's gonna be fantastic.
There is another show just up on OSN now. This is OSN.com on the YouTube channel about Daniel Alfredson leaving the Sens, going to the Leafs, and Ottawa signing Claude Giroux, and a couple other things that we did a little bit earlier. And again, with the wrestling stuff, this is going to be maybe the busiest summer we've ever had. And that's trying to not have a ton of hyperbole, but I'm like, we just had the title change. We're on the air now. Will we have one tomorrow night? Don't know, but we do know that Dark Side of the Ring starting tonight. WWE Unreal starting in 2 weeks. The Redemption Show in Montreal pay-per-view for AEW is July 26th. We move on. As you mentioned, Grand Slam Mexico will be a big show.
Yep.
For AEW going down there. And then it turns into SummerSlam that weekend, which is the first weekend of August. The very next weekend after Redemption is the back-to-back Saturday and Sunday night SummerSlam, August 1st and 2nd. And that doesn't even get us into WWE coming to Ottawa on the 24th, All In on the 30th. The G1's going on. Fighting Back is in the middle of August for C4. I heard the balcony's gone, but I think we're still all going to go. So
excellent.
We have to figure that out.
Yeah. I won't be left alone on the balcony to start off the show. And then
just that getting there on time, eh?
Yep. I went from Belleville straight to there, got there before the guys.
Well, what you did was you skipped dinner when we all went out in costume and sat at the Prescott.
Yeah.
And made ourselves look very like we did not fit in very well.
Yeah.
But I still maintain. Oh, look at Rich says I have VIP for Fighting Back.
Oh, we'll see you there then, Rich.
Well, he said, see you there.
Oh,
that's fantastic. See, I love meeting other people that are a part of this to be able to hang out. But the funniest part of that whole night, and I don't think you walked back with us either, was when we left the show, because we had Ben dressed up as Mankind.
Mm-hmm. You were in the Judas gear.
Le Champion was Ric Flair.
Yep.
I was the Painmaker, Chris Jericho, and I had the makeup on, I had the top hat, I had the pretend spikes, but most importantly, I had the baseball bat.
Yep.
And I walked around with the baseball bat, and we walked back to our car after the event past the Heart and Crown on Preston on a Friday night at like 11 or 11:30 at night.
Oh boy.
It was jammed. And there's a whole bunch of people outside, and I walked, and there was so the itch to go in, and I was trying to be egged to go in because I had the bat. I was wheeling the bat.
Right. You were in full gimmick.
I was full gimmick. And I'm like, I'm going to walk into the Heart and Crown on Preston at 11:30 on a Friday night looking like this. But you remember our good friend Mike Glustein.
Yep.
Who worked in the same building that we do. I believe he still works there. And I should say very quickly, another sad day in radio today. Oh my God.
Oh God. Yeah. I mean,
just insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
Nothing in Vancouver now in terms of sports stations, and the news station there gone, and
the news station in Kitchener gone.
Yeah.
570.
Mike, that's where Mike Farwell, the play-by-play guy for Kitchener.
Yeah. And I don't know if he's still with the Kitchener Rangers now. It's all happened today. I figured it out, but just a really, really sad day.
Yeah.
Just radio stations obliterated across the country.
Yeah. As someone that's still in the industry, having to see it all, it is not a great thing to see at your job and having to report on that. So
No, it's terrible. But what was not terrible is Mike being outside that night, and he's the lead singer of a band that was playing at the Heart and Crown. Like, they're really, really good.
oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, no, so the band's called the Casuals, and they perform often. Like, they performed at Heart and Crown in the market on Canada Day. Like, they're quite big. They draw big crowds to go see them. He happened to be standing outside on an intermission break, and he's a huge wrestling guy.
Oh yeah.
So when I saw him and he saw me, it was like, he's like, oh, like, he was so happy to see me. We stood outside, and then the guys who don't know him, they're like, okay, we want to leave now. It's like midnight. I'm like, yeah, but we're going to go into the bar. We got Mike now. And they're like, yeah, no, we're not. And my ride home was leaving. And I'm like, oh. We should put up some pictures at some point on.
Yeah, I'll go back. I know we posted some of those pictures on the Instagram, but it's a few years now, which is hard to believe. So
yeah, I still have them because I freak people out. You want to see a cool picture of me? Because
he's staring into the camera.
No, but it's nothing like it's, people are like, what? Why would you do that?
Yeah. Oh, that balcony. Ben had such a great Mankind costume too. It was just so good.
Yeah. It was really good. So, okay, Zach, we got to go.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Like, come on. Even though Rich is with us, I'm not sure a lot of other people are.
Yeah, I don't know.
But between all the local stuff, when's Acclaim back? When's Remix back?
Remix is not going to be for a while.
Yeah, you said October, right?
October, I believe, is the next date, if not November. So it's going to be a while. But in terms of Acclaim, they'll be back September 12th. So
yeah, and then Fighting Back is middle of August.
Yep.
Stardust Tesla says, I'm here. Yeah, we know. And I can't tell you how much. Well, I appreciate it because I think I know who it is now. But 2 hours and 6 minutes in, and I think we did an hour 15, hour 20 before this.
Yes.
On the regular OSN.
Yes.
Plus, Zach actually did this for a long time today.
Yeah. I was reading some newscasts before this, so there's been a lot of talking.
Well, I made a lot of beer today at the brewery. I kegged out a lot, Zach.
Reported a lot of news, wrote a lot of articles.
People need their amber beer. They need their blueberry wheat. They need all kinds of stuff.
Look, people need to know about their fallen stop signs. You know, like that's
right. Exactly. All right.
Let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here. Daniel Alfredson's a member of the Leafs. We got to go.
Crazy.
Right. Crazy. But we appreciate it. And we will be back very, very soon. Can't wait for all that stuff that we mentioned. We are going to do separate reviews of WWE Unreal and Dark Side of the Ring, which is, I'm looking forward to one of them being really good and one of them just listening to Zach.
And then they said, and then they pointed, and then this, and that's episode 1.
That's going to be my favorite part. It's like, we're going to yell and scream so loudly and be like, there's 5-6 shows to go. It's going to be awesome. But we need to have the letters U when we get there. So for now, we bid you adieu. What's the rest, Zach?
Goodbye.
And
good night. Bang.
We'll be hearing that tomorrow night with Kenny Omega winning the title in AEW. Maybe, but that's why we got to watch. That's going to be it for This Is Wrestling.